Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is time for another bookish vlog. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, I have a large stack of book mail here. So let's get into that first, and then I will get into my reading plans for the week. Let's start with this one because this is the one I'm most excited about. It is from Little Wicked Book Box. And it was a collab they did with one of my favorite indie authors. She is a dark romance author, and I have been on her ARC team or street team since her debut novel. I absolutely love her. She is Harmony West. This special collection of her Saint and Sinner duet, which is like a dark romance masked stalker. And look at these. Oh, they're stunning. I love them so much. And then the edges. Oh, so pretty. Not sure to add in. Ooh, I think I like this one the most. She has a lot of books, and I definitely think this duet is my favorite. And I know like mass stalker dark romance books are kind of popular right now, given like Lights Out and stuff. I was not a fan of Lights Out, but I think this duet is so good, and it is on Kindle Unlimited. Highly suggest checking it out and supporting an indie author while you're at it. Do my Let It Be book box. I actually canceled this book box, so I think I have one more after this, but the selections just weren't always like what I was looking for. It's nice because you get to pick between two boxes, but I don't know. I haven't read any of the books I got from them. This one is really pretty though, and I'm excited. It's called Sister Snake, and it sounded interesting. I liked the edge. I definitely will read this one. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Let's open it up. Change. Ooh, that's pretty. Beautiful artwork. I am really excited to read this. And like I said, the book box itself isn't bad. I just was really trying to cut down, and also I wasn't always in love with their selections, but like their customizations are gorgeous. That is Fiction, which is another book box that I ended up canceling. And again, nothing against them. They focus mainly on fantasy books. I'm not a super big fantasy reader, but they do like special editions of thrillers and horrors. I will definitely continue to purchase those. It's a wonderful company. It is woman owned and black owned. So if you're into fantasy, highly suggest, because their customizations are beautiful, as you will see in a minute. Gorgeous. So pretty. I just realized this is book one. This is honestly so gorgeous. This is probably like one of the prettiest editions I have. I love this. It's like really like magical. Ooh, the naked hardcover is gorgeous. This foiling, love that. The back is just plain, but super pretty. This is my little special edition haul. Definitely going into this year, you're gonna see me cut back a lot on special edition books, unless it's something that I like really love and go out of the way to buy, like the Saint and Sinner duet. But I'm not having as many book boxes, but still gorgeous. Super happy to have all these. Honestly, they don't go, the vibes don't go together, but I love it. With the book mail out of the way, let's talk about this week's reading plans. I finished up The Friend Zone yesterday. To me, it was kind of mid. I loved the last 75 pages. It really made the book for me, but the rest of it, I wasn't like a huge fan of. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. I'll go into it more at the end of the week when I do my wrap up. I am currently working on Training the Heart by Paisley Hope. I'm only like 50 pages in, already loving the two main characters. I think it's gonna be super good. It is like boss employee and also age gap, and also Grumpy Sunshine, and I'm eating it up. It's already so good. I'm also working on Victorian Psycho. Really loving that so far. I think I'm like 35% in, maybe 40% in. So those are the first two books up on my roster. I just finished up Night Bitch today on audio. Loved it. I've had this book for so long, and I've just been putting it off because I didn't think it would live up to the hype in my head. Totally lived up to it. Really enjoyed it. I'm still playing around with the rating for it, but I'll go into more of that at the end of the week. But after I finished up Training the Heart and Victorian Psycho, I'm thinking about jumping into Jade City, which is a chunka book. But I've just heard so many good things about that. It's been a very long time since I actually read a fantasy, and it does sound like a fantasy that is up my alley. I'm also working on One Dark Window with my mom. I might try to read a little bit of that this week also, but I think those are my plans going forward. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good week. I cannot wait to read this. I feel like I'm just gonna like devour it. I read the first 50 pages so fast. But let's get into it. Hello everybody. It is Thursday. It is midday. I'm hiding in the bedroom from my toddler so I could film this. But I just finished Training the Heart and it is my first 5-star read of the year. Perfection. I will go into more of it at the end of the week. I'm wearing my cowboy shirt. It is a good day. I started beta reading for my friends, so it's kind of messing with my reading plans for this week. But I do think I'll be able to get into Jade City, if not today, probably Friday or Saturday, because I am really itching to pick up that book. But I will check in with you guys again later. Hello everybody, happy Friday. This is take 2. I filmed all of this and my head was cut off. But it's time for our weekly wrap up. Let's start with the physical books I read and then we will move into the audiobooks. So the first book I finished up this week was The Friend Zone. Sadly, this book was really mid for me. I love Abby Jimenez, but this was kind of a letdown, and I knew it wasn't going to be as good as her most recent series, considering this was her debut novel. But I definitely thought it was going to be better than this. I was going to give it a 2.5 star, but ended up giving it a 2.5 just because the last 75 pages really made the book. There was just a lot of miscommunication, and I'm okay with a little bit, but this one was the whole book. And it would drive me cray. Other physical book I finished this week was Training the Heart, which is my first 5-star of the year. I loved this book so much. It hit me in my feelings. I was laughing, I was crying, I was feeling for these characters. I highly recommend the series. I think I gave the first book either a 4 or a 4.5. And like I said, this one was a 5-star read. Highly recommend. Moving into the audios I finished last week, I finished up Night Bitch. Loved this book. I have been putting this book off since like probably April because I didn't think it would live up to the hype in my head, and it did live up to it. I think it's probably like a 4.5 star. There was something missing to make it a 5-star, but it was still so good. If you are a fan of weird girl literature, lit fic with a sprinkling of horror, this is the book for you. And then the other audio I finished is Let This Radicalize You. This is a nonfiction, so I'm not going to give it a rating, but I would highly recommend it, especially if you are into activist literature and intersectional feminism literature. It was really good. I did start this back in November, but it took me a while to read it just because I was reading it in chunks just to like make sure I was like taking in all the information. It was really good. Now, going into the books that I'm still reading is Victorian Psycho. I'm loving this book. I believe I'm at 65 or 70% of the way in. I will definitely be finishing up that this weekend. I'm planning on starting Jade City this weekend, and I'm very excited. That will continue into next week's vlog, so I'm sure I'm not going to finish it up this weekend. And then I'm also beta reading for my friend Madison. She is an indie author. Her debut novel is already out on KU. It's called Devious. I'm beta reading for book 2 in this series, but the first book is a mafia boss with a FBI agent, and it was fun and juicy and all that good stuff. So if you are into a lighter dark romance, this series is really good and I would highly suggest it. Well, that's last week. I think it was a really good week. I'm excited to see what the following week brings for us. But let me know in the comments what book you finished up last week, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.